You might not think the person championing prostate cancer would be a 14-year-old girl, but you'd be wrong. Winter Vinecki has raised over $400,000 for prostate cancer, and she's telling her and her father's story every chance she gets.
My name is Winter Vinecki, and I am currently 14 years old. When I was 9 years old, my dad passed away from a very rare and aggressive form of prostate cancer. In his honor, I formed Team Winter and have now helped raise over $400,000 for prostate cancer awareness. After my dad passed away from prostate cancer, I was looking for something really inspiring for others and something just bigger and better to do. I decided that I was going to be running a marathon on all 7 continents. I originally got this idea after I was looking through a book of world records. I came across the record, youngest person to run a marathon on all 7 continents. That's when I immediately pointed in the book and told my mom, I want this record for my dad and all the other families and men affected by prostate cancer. I'm now well underway with my world marathon tour. I have done 4 marathons and I have 3 to go. All of these different marathons are such an adventure just getting there and just coming back. The marathons itself are extraordinary, and I've had so many different experiences at each one. It's so hard to even pick a favorite because they're all so different. In October, I'm going to be going to New Zealand, and I will set the world record for the youngest person to run a marathon on all 7 continents in Athens, Greece. In November, I will be just under 15 years old. I'll be 14 in about 10 months.
As Winter approaches her goal to be the youngest person to run a marathon on all 7 continents, she keeps her true motivation in mind.
So I'm doing all this in honor of my dad and just trying to get a blue ribbon out there to match every pink ribbon and spread awareness about prostate cancer so that we can find a cure for prostate cancer someday.
Winter is not raising money for Team Winter by herself. While she runs, volunteers work to increase the amount of donations for prostate cancer.
Team Winter has many different ways of fundraising money. One of the first ways is that people put on various different charity events with proceeds going to Team Winter. Whether they're putting on a 5K mud run or a golf outing, there's many different things that people have done to help raise money for Team Winter. Team Winter athletes also set up fundraising pages and raise money as a part of the great cause. Whether they're also doing different charity events or just putting on bake sales or getting donations from family members, every penny counts, and all of the proceeds raised from the athletes goes directly to prostate cancer awareness. Those are the 2 main ways that athletes as a part of Team Winter raise money. Whether it's just raising a few dollars or a few $100s, every penny counts, and I've helped raise now over $400,000 with the help of all the Team Winter athletes and people across the world.
Winter may be the namesake of Team Winter, but she is surrounded by family and friends who work to raise awareness for prostate cancer and honor her father's memory.
I am the Winter in Team Winter, and my family and friends and all the other supporters are the team. I definitely could not do this without my family. It is a huge, I guess you could say, family event for having Team Winter and keeping up on the various different work that needs to be done for Team Winter. We definitely as a family have to make a lot of sacrifices, but this is how we are keeping our dad's spirit alive, so we never want to give up Team Winter, never want to stop with it.
As Winter continues her journey, she works hard to remember the man that her father was.
Being only 9 years old when my dad passed away, it's hard to remember a lot about my dad. I think I definitely have remembered a lot of really great memories though. I remember he did a few 5K and 10K running races with me. He wasn't a huge athlete growing up. He was big into music. He was a big musician, and his whole family was big into music growing up, so he didn't do a lot of athletics. I remember though when he did do those different running races with me, he'd be crossing that finish line with me. Even though he's not here now, I know he's still waiting at that finish line for me.
Some prostate cancers are high risk, aggressive, and more likely to spread. Others are low risk, least likely to have bad outcomes. The biopsy says cancer, but current diagnostic tools provide limited information about how aggressive a man's individual disease is, so most men decide to treat prostate cancer immediately. Once treated, many men experience serious long-term side effects, like incontinence and sexual impotence. Immediate treatment isn't always needed, but right now a man can't be sure if his cancer is the kind that is likely to require treatment or if he's okay to wait for now. What if there was a test that could determine how aggressive prostate cancer is? Genomic Health is developing a new test to do just that. By reviewing the underlying biology of the tumor and using genes from multiple biologic pathways, the test can predict the aggressiveness of prostate cancer when diagnosed, allowing a man to make a more informed treatment decision with confidence, taking care of himself with more information and greater peace of mind.